I got knowledge, that's wealth. Motivate myself. Play the cards I was dealt. Whip the game with a belt. I got knowledge, that's wealth. Motivate myself. Play the cards I was dealt. I got knowledge, that's wealth. Motivate myself. Play the cards I was dealt. Whip the game with a belt. I got knowledge, that's wealth. Motivate myself. Play the cards I was dealt. Whip the game with a belt. I got knowledge, that's wealth. Motivate myself. Play the cards I was dealt. Whip the game with a belt. I got knowledge, that's wealth. Motivate myself. Play the cards.
You ever wonder how the world feel like a whole big contract? Your job, your bank account, your name, even your birth certificate. It's all trust law. Once you understand trust law, you understand how the world is really operating. For real. How you can take back your power under God's law. Straight up. Okay. Welcome back, family. Secure Path with Omar L. If you're new here, like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? We're here with divine law meets lawful living. You get me? God's law with lawful living. It's just explaining both of them, like, because it's difference. When you're up under God's law, I personally, that's where I'm going up under God's law. In my first video, I shared my journey, how I woke up in God's law and truth. In my second video, we talk about lawful living, how to step out the debtor's mindset. Today, we're going deeper into the system itself, the hidden structure behind all of it. Trust law, the foundation of freedom. Trust law is the foundation of freedom. Once you know trust, then you understand what's going on. All right. So let's start simple. Keep it simple. What is a trust? A trust is agreement, has three roles: a grantor, a trustee, and a beneficiary. Grantor, trustee, beneficiary. Okay? The grantor is the creator, the one who sets up the trust. I mean, that could be you, like a God. Okay? The trustee, the one that manages everything inside the trust. All the bank accounts, all the money, everything. And then the beneficiary, the one who receives the benefit from the trust. All right? That could be your kids. It could be you yourself. You could be a beneficiary of a trust. I mean, whoever's going to benefit from the trust. All right? Every government, every business, even your birth registration operates through trust principles. All right? Everything's up under trust principles, meaning trust laws. All right? The moment you were born, your name, written in all caps, was placed into that system. That's a trust. Your name is a trust. That's why you can't penetrate it. You can't do something. You got to do, it's under a contract. Your name is under different contracts. And that's why they make you, saying that you the name, move around and do stuff. All right? It's under trust law. Okay? No one ever told you that, though. No one ever told you that you could have been a trustee of this trust that they set up. But they set it up so you can't be a trustee. They chose the beneficiaries and trustees of that trust that's in your name. See what I'm saying? So that's why you can't do nothing with it. All right? And because you don't lack a knowledge of this, most people spend their whole life serving the trust instead of operating, running the trust. You know what I mean? So when you wake up and say, oh man, my name is a trust, and they got me operating as this, it's moving around. Yeah, man, that's not, you ain't supposed to do that. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's break it down. The three roles of the trust. Because this is where divine law starts to shine through. God's law for to shine through when you understand what trust is. And God set up trust all the time. Is what he did. All right? The grantor, that's the source, the creator, the one who gives it life. Under divine law, God's law. Okay? Every living soul comes from that creator. All right? Which is God. Every living soul. All right? He's the creator of us. All right? The trustee, that's who's supposed to handle everything's in order. Manage the property. Make sure the trust purpose is fulfilled, all right? That's supposed to be you. You are supposed to be trustee of your trust, all right? When you understand this knowledge and you self-govern yourself, like you don't need nobody to tell you not to kill nobody, that's in your essence, because you with God. You know this already, all right? And the beneficiary, that's the one who draws the fruits of the trust. When you don't know your role in the system, they assign somebody else that role, all right? They collect the benefits of your labor, your energy, and your time, all right? While you carry the burden, all right? You carry the burden. They might got you as a trustee of your name. I'm not sure how they got it set up, man. I just know you not the name, all right? You're not the name. So just know that part. When you reclaim your standing under God's law, you move back into the proper order. God as the grantor, you as trustee, your life as trust, and your soul as beneficiary. All right, hope you got that. All right, when you switch it back over, you move under God's law, you switch it back over, you as a trustee now. All right, and when you create your own trust, that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna be the trustee. All right, I mean, you controlling everything. All right, that's what lawful living looks like: balance and alignment, accountability. You in charge of everything, so anything goes wrong, you're accounted for that. All right. Here's how the world uses trust. Now let's be real. The world knows this. That's why every major institution runs like a trust. The bank is a trust. The court is a trust. Even the government, that's a trust. Everything runs off titles, roles, and agreements. Car title, police got a role as a judge, police is judges, and agreements. You agree to this, you agree to that. You know what I'm saying? So when you walk into these systems not knowing who you are, you're treated as a debtor or as the ward because you never stepped into your lawful role. You never traded you a trust, stepped up out of that name. You know what I'm saying? Say, I'm the trustee of this trust. I am the controller of that name. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature, the executor. You know what I'm saying? You're not the one that's in charge for everything. Then you don't have to sit upright. Once you start learning this structure, not to fight the system, but to operate lawfully within it, everything will change. You stop reacting to the world, start administrating your trust with wisdom and peace. You get that? You're going to do it with wisdom. You're going to know how to run your trust, wisdom and peace. You get that? All right. That's the beauty of divine law. It mirrors what heaven is supposed to operate under. God created everything through trust. He granted life, he placed order, and he gave man stewardship. Stewardship is the ability to take care of others, help people, all right? Trusteeship, the ability to be able to, handle business. Everything the trust needs, the trustee will handle that, paying the bills and things of that nature. And he gave you the ability to create. You can overcreate. You can create as many trusts as you want, as many bonds as you want, all right? You're the creator of these things. Every time you sign a contract or sign something, you're giving that paper life. All right, you can put some energy into it. Let them know, hey, I'm in charge. I'm going to pay for it. I got it. All right? So when you live out of order, you're breaking that divine trust. Like when you don't create a trust, you're going against God, actually, if you don't create your trust. So I hope you understand that. You got to create a trust as soon as possible and put everything into it, including your name. All right? All my stuff is in mine. I learned it when I'm here and did it. Man, I feel powerful. I look like, hey, you can't touch me. If you do, you in trouble. All right? That trustee, he gonna come serve you. I serve papers now. I serve bank papers. I serve anybody some papers. Lawsuit papers. All right? I serve a court papers. I serve a judge because I know who I am. You get what I'm saying? When you don't know who you are, you're all scared of them people because they playing a role. They ain't nobody against you, the man, the God. What? All right? Okay, when you do this though, when you walk in truth and honor and lawful standing, you'll keep your end of the bargain with God. And guess what? Your blessings gonna flow, man. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be at peace. You ain't gonna even be worried about nothing because you working with God now. You doing what he wants you to do. See, when you operate out of trust, you're working with God. That's what God wants you to do. He don't want you using socials and all that and feeling like you owe somebody and burden to somebody because you using their social and their trust they set up. You see what I'm saying? Using their trust. They set up. Your name is a trust. So you got to create another one and operate out of that. All right? I'll show you how to set it all up. Just keep following the channel. Okay? So that's what the secure path is all about. Learning how to live under God's law in a world built for man's trust. Everything's under trust. So if you learn how to operate in trust law, then you know how to operate with these big old corporations and things like that. When you understand trust law, you start to see the world for what it really is. It's not chaos. It's just a gang of contracts everybody is up under. You see what I'm saying? So thinking the world, oh man, the government and all this and all that. Government ain't did nothing to you, man, but threw a contract in your face and you signed it. And boom, there it is there. You know what I'm saying? Car contracts, get the driver's license, all kinds of different contracts. You don't gotta have none of this stuff. You don't gotta have no driver's license. You can really travel without a license in the world. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. They won't really, God will bless you. You won't even really get pulled over if you know the law. You see what I'm saying? God will keep those creatures away from you, those evil beings away from you, I feel like. I know that because my mom, she ain't really had no license ever. And she was 60-something years old. And the police don't even really be pulling her over. She don't even get pulled over. You see what I'm saying? I got me a license, I've been in jail 1,000 times. You know what I'm saying? So it's weird, man, going up under their laws sometimes, their traffic tickets and stuff like that. Man, it's crazy. When you go by them, then you just feel blessed because they can't control you. Anyway, when you understand trust law, you start to see the world really is. Not chaos, but contracts. In my next video, we're going to go deeper into status. Understands who you are in law and how you are understanding determines your authority. If you understand this stuff, then you're going to have authority over them. But you don't understand, then how you going to have authority? Drop your thoughts below. What role you think you're playing in your own trust, the one they set up. All right? Make sure you subscribe. Share this with somebody who's ready to wake up. Remember this, freedom starts with knowledge and peace begins with order. All right? When you give them orders, you tell them the orders. That's when you got peace. You're on the secure path of Omar L. I'll see y'all later.
Woke up every day is a blessing. Truth in my steps, ain't no second guessing. Okay. Hard times never catch me stressing. Nope. I shoot game, Smith and Wesson. I woke up every day is a blessing. Truth in my steps.